We'll be quiet.
Hold on. Technical glitch.
I'm trying to get this stinking light.
For some reason, it's not letting me share it. There.
There she is.
There we go. All right. Now we're going to go live with the intro. Come on. And welcome to an exciting and fun episode of The Energy That Surrounds Us. I'm your host, Michael, with my co-host, Carla, the
Hello, everyone.
fun media guru who I know is shaking her head because the intro glitched yet again. We had it working this just a few minutes ago. We promise we'll get it right.
Better. It's getting better.
But all of that fun aside, we are joined tonight by a really great investigator, Greg Stevens.
Yay! Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
How you doing, Greg?
Doing more, better, and good.
Best way to be.
That's right. Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely.
So Adam says
all at once.
Adam says hello.
Hey,
And
Adam.
Tammy says, I'm watching.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Tammy.
So we had the pleasure of meeting Greg in person at the History Haunts and Legends last year in Jefferson.
Absolutely.
That was a lot of fun.
But I think I saw Carla at Spooky Spectacle in September, right?
Yes, you
That's
did.
right.
That
That's right. Spooky
was
Spectacle is every
exactly.
year here in Granbury.
Yep.
That's right. Every September.
Yep. I was there to support.
Absolutely.
Very nice. So tell us some about yourself, Greg.
Me? Oh man. So Greg Stevens. I've been doing the paranormal for over 40 years. I've had a team professionally for the last 16. Um, I'm a retired United States Army First Sergeant. I did 26 years in the Army.
Thank you for your service.
Oh
Yes.
no, I did it all over again, 100%. And oh man, as a kid, I used to chase Indian spirits along the Brazos River in Mineral Wells. My family had lowland fishing camps down there in the Brazos, and we always went out there every weekend and fish fries and all that stuff. But my nanny and papa had a place out there, and I just had since before that, I mean, I used to see dead people, not like Sixth Sense, not
Cue
like
the
that.
credits.
Not bloody people running around or talking to a dead psychiatrist. Excuse me. But I would encounter spirits, and nothing bad. Nothing was ever bad. And my parents, my brothers, my sister, and stuff were like, "Who are you talking to? Talking to him or her, whatever." And they were all cool, but they never saw them. And I saw them all the time until I did a backflip on the back of the car at a drive-in theater and busted my head. And so I didn't see them like that anymore. After that, I saw the shadows, you know, and I can hear them, but I didn't see them visually like I used to. And that's how I started chasing the Indian spirits along the Brazos River and stuff like that for many years until um, after high school and got married and went in the Army and all that kind of stuff. But I still saw them, I hear them and all that kind of stuff, and always fascinated me. And I started doing the research I could forever. And then one time, I guess it was 2005, 2006, I was coming back from Kosovo on leave, and everybody's talking about the Ghost Hunter show and stuff. I'm going, what? So they show me, and I'm like, what? Who knew? So I started doing that after I came back from there, but I did several deployments after that. But between then and there, that's when I started realizing the equipment that we can actually use other than our own senses and video or audio stuff, or try and take pictures and stuff. So I did learn a little bit from that point, but after that, it was on because I had it, and I listened and I heard it, and I talked to people, talked to them all the time. My ex-sister-in-law Penny, who's part of the team, her and I had a lot of experiences when I was living with her and my brother and stuff for a while, but when I came back from Kosovo in 2005, 2006, it was on, and I just started running with it. Hooked up with a group that seemed pretty cool and everything, but after a little while, realized that they were just into taps in the taps family, wanted to be notoriety, wanted to be on TV and stuff like that. That's not me. I'm not that guy. What I've done throughout
Totally
my life
understand.
and stuff, yeah, I really want to know what's happening and everything else. And I've honed the craft, if you want to say that.
Mhm.
I'm a man of faith, and the dark side is my specialty. So, but that's me. That's who I am. And my kids, my daughter, my oldest daughter, and my son are deep into it.
Excellent.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think it's amazing. the history, to learn the history behind locations. I mean, it's funny because during high school, not so much. And now it's like a whole new world opens up, and it's like there's stories to be told.
Oh my gosh, it's
Or
insane.
you could
So-
spend just
Right. So when we decided to go on our own and make our own team back in 2007, post 2008, we're sitting around the living room and everything in between deployments and trying to figure out a name, right? And so my middle daughter Stephanie, she came up with a RIP. It's like, RIP. I don't want to do rest in peace. I don't want to do that. She goes, no. Dad, you like to do all the reading and checking all the locations out and stuff. How about research and investigation of the paranormal?
bingo.
Done.
That's all it
So
takes.
that's
Yeah.
exactly right. So, yeah, I mean, you can't go in blind. Oh, you can go in blind. I would say it.
Mhm.
But if you really, really, truly want to know what's going on with somebody, helping somebody, especially this, because everybody thinks they're crazy. No, you're probably not crazy. It's just like the little kid with imaginary friend. Promise you,
Yeah.
probably not imaginary.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I know when you look back on childhood and all the stories you used to hear about little kids having tea parties in their room with the imaginary friend, and now that you've been in the paranormal for a while, it's just like,
that's
I
true.
wonder.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like it was right in front of us the whole time.
That's
Well, I
right.
know, right? Of course, a lot of times parents don't want to know nothing.
Right.
You're like
Oh,
Sergeant
yeah.
Schultz. I see nothing.
Yeah.
Sergeant Schultz approach.
Yeah, that's only for us. Everybody else below us don't understand that.
Wow. So what are some of your favorite locations to investigate?
Oh my gosh! So I love going everywhere. Anywhere in Texas is pretty awesome. But I will tell you, my absolute favorite is the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, which is 30 minutes north of Baton Rouge, and that's the oldest plantation in North America, I believe.
We're getting ready to go there.
Yep,
Yes,
we'll be
we
there
do.
in March.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I know that history inside and out, and I've talked to the whole family. I've actually captured a full photo of Miss Chloe.
Really?
Yes, I do. I do have that. Absolutely. So,
Well, the really cool thing is in March, I don't know if you're aware of this, Carla, we have been granted access to inside the main home. We'll be inside, sleeping in the home where most people don't get to go because it's booked for either because of the restaurant or because of tours, that we will actually be in that area.
Yeah.
which room do you have?
Don't
We
know.
don't know yet.
We won't know till we get there.
Yeah, because I always get full access because I always get more evidence than any TV ghost hunter has ever been there. Anytime
Well, I think that we were told that we were going to be in the main house. That we weren't going to be in the cabins.
No. Yeah, the main
Yeah.
house. So there's two sides.
Right.
So one side is the whole center, right? And that's where the dining room and all that
Right.
kind of stuff,
Right.
which is very, very old, and all the antiques are at. So if you're facing it, the right side is where the stairway is, and the mirror,
Yep.
the famous mirror,
Yep.
the famous stairway where the 17th floor where Mr. Winters died,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you can't access to the other side unless you got those rooms booked, right? So
Right.
the best thing to do is make friends with people on the other side, and then you go back and forth. It's pretty awesome. But if you get the doll room, which is where I always go, because I want them damn dolls to move. If you get the doll room, then you get access on both sides. If you
Really?
if you make friends with the other side, they'll open that door for you and move in and out. That's a secret that everybody now knows. So it's
Everybody
pretty
does now know.
Yeah, I've been there like 5 times. I love it.
So
It
my
is.
takeaway is make friends with the person in the doll room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Adam, hopefully you're taking notes.
Right, exactly. So, but also if you're going to go there, and I'll tell everybody this, I mean, there's no secret about, legends and stuff like that. But down the road is the big cemetery where everybody's buried. It's a beautiful cemetery. It's got a church. It's got all kinds of stuff. Anyway, that's where most of the families that's all lived in the Myrtles are buried out there. So if you really want to know the true history and the true story, and that's where research is. You can find Mr. Winter's family, and everybody buried out there.
Really?
And they're in a very obscured area. You have to kind of search for it. So it's pretty.
I might have to hit you up before we hit the road.
Maybe so.
Maybe so.
So is the tree easy to find, the supposed hangman's tree that caused the incident with the 17th step?
Oh my God. So yes. Yeah, I know where the hangman's tree's at. And it's by one of the cabins. But the 17th step is because Mr. Winters was called outside on the north side of the house. And he went out there to talk to whoever the person was on the horseback. And there was a dispute between them. And that's when the guy on horseback shot him with a shotgun. And he crawled through the house, hollering and screaming for his wife, and then got up to the 17th step, and that's where he passed away. So I made contact with all the people, all the family and everything else, the kids that were, if y'all know the history, the kids that got killed by Chloe doing the oleander cake and this, that, and the other, trying to get back in the house. Oh, yeah. So you and I were talking earlier about flashlights going off.
Right.
I've had 4 flashlights go off at the same time on command with the kids and Mr. Winter's wife.
Really?
Yes. I even got the SLS camera with the kids, the short kids, the wife, everybody. I'm telling you, they grant me everything when I go there. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite places I've ever been to.
Wow.
So I hope you guys get the same thing and have a blast.
I'm excited.
I know. I am like super excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blast. I love it. I used to go there every year until freaking COVID hit, but we're going to try to get back there this year too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think of, did you see the Deathwalker episode?
Which one?
Deathwalker, Nick Groff's new show.
I have not seen that yet. I have not.
So he talks about one of the ladies that leads the tours, and she goes, and then there's this closet, which I'll open the door, but there's a little child that's in here that likes to play, but usually we don't open this door. And so I was curious what your thoughts were. So is there a child in the closet?
So there is a child in one of the closets. It's in the doll room. I don't know if I haven't seen the show, so I don't know if that's where it's at. There is a closet with a little hideaway. Right. And so I went in there, shut the door, and did my own little investigation. Everybody's on the outside. And oh yeah, everybody, we got contact. I got contact big time. I don't know if it's the same spot. I don't know.
But it's a child?
But it was a child. It was in the doll room.
Yeah. It may have been in the doll room because I'm sure the doll room's in the tour.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's going to be nice is that our whole team has all the rooms. So we're going to get to investigate everybody's room.
Yeah. If you got the whole house, y'all got it. No issues. No issues at all.
Pretty exciting.
I got crazy stuff. On my Facebook page, my RIP Facebook page, I got all those videos. So we were there 3 years ago, and we were having major contact on that porch with all the kids and everybody. And all of a sudden, there was a loud gunshot. Well, actually, before that, there was a bunch of yelling. And a bunch of our people pulled off, went toward the back and toward the road going, who the hell is yelling? What's going on? So they went back there and they said, we can't see nothing. We can't find nothing. All of a sudden, there was a loud gunshot. And I have all this on video and audio.
Wow.
A loud gunshot. Bam! It was so loud and so right there. Everybody started scrambling and stuff. And, of course, me being military and security stuff, I'm like, get around the other house, get around the other side of the house, around the other side. And so all that went down. And after about 30 minutes or so, then everybody kind of calmed down and everything else, and we kind of moved back. But anyway, we did an inquiry, called the cops, called the police department. We called everybody in the area to see what the gunshot was. Everybody's like, there's no gunshot. What are you talking about? So then we immediately went back and researched real quick. It was the anniversary of Mr. Winters being shot.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh.
100%. 100%.
That's
And
crazy.
so I hope you guys have a great time, because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you'll have a blast.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what the universe had to go through for you to be there on the day of the anniversary with the equipment to catch it all and hear it and experience it all.
It's like
Oh,
the
I'm telling you.
trifecta.
And that was the same time that, I'm sorry, my voice is going, the same time that we found everybody's grave at the cemetery earlier that day. So, I mean, everything just like wrapped up in the
Wow.
one at the very end. It was so awesome.
That's crazy.
You know, it's kind of funny hearing about the gunshot. It kind of reminds me of that night in Ballinger, Carla,
Mm-hmm.
playing the poker.
Well, you heard the
Click, click.
yeah, the revolver, the hammer going back. That was
a
amazing.
wild sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is definitely one of those. You do not sit there and go, what was that sound? It's like, who fired the gun? Who cocked the gun?
Right.
Well, the funny thing was, in that example, when we heard that, we were playing poker, and one of the gentlemen that was there had won, but he went and reached and grabbed all the chips and pulled them toward him, and then we heard the gun. You know, the hammer being pulled back.
Right.
And I was just like, somebody wasn't supposed to touch the chips.
Yeah. They were
That's
not
awesome.
happy somebody won.
That's right. Especially him.
Greatness. That is greatness.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting stuff.
And it was inside the old park?
That was at the old park.
Where at?
I think it's Pruitt's Wildflower Room.
It has the table and the
That's
poker chips
table in
on
the
it.
corner.
Oh, okay.
Like a
Okay.
bottle of whiskey, chips,
Oh, okay.
cards.
I haven't been there since Dan made it beautiful. I was there before Dan got everything squared away. I mean, it was raw when I was there, so it
So
was crazy.
if you
You're
go
gonna go
up the
back soon,
stairs,
though.
turn right, go down that little short hallway
Yeah,
where you got the 2 rooms on the right, 2 rooms on the left.
yeah.
It's the last room on the left.
Yep.
Oh,
Before the
badass.
wall.
Is that where the closet? They're talking about the something in the closet, right? No.
No.
The far room, second floor, right?
Yeah.
Second floor.
As soon as you get
All
to
the
the
way down
top
to
of
the
the
left.
steps, take a right, and then it's your second left.
Okay. We were talking about something. Again, this is way before you got everything fixed up totally. And
Right.
they were talking about something in the closet and this, that, and the other. Nobody wanted to go in the closet. I'm like, I go. Went in there, shut the door, so it's all good. But yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, because we're going back on the 24th of June. So looking forward to that.
Tammy's correct.
What's Tammy? I don't see what Tammy says.
It's across from the room that has the round bed
Oh, okay.
and the veil.
Yeah. We were trying to do logistics, Tammy, because he expressed he was there before all the rooms were made. So there may not have been a round bed in that one room.
Oh,
so that
yeah,
wouldn't
that's
make
true.
sense.
Yeah.
But we have a question for you.
Okay.
Karina Hall wants to know, what is your favorite place you have investigated?
Karina, with you at Myrtles, you know this. Karina's one of my favorite people in the world. She was with me for 7 years before she broke off and created her home group, Saints and Sinners. Karina's awesome. She's my sister. Love her to death. And
Nice.
yes, I mean, she and I have went to battle on a lot of locations, and absolutely, Karina's
Well,
badass.
she is going to be on our show next month.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, perfect. She's the one to have. You know, I help her. I would say this, and you should. I help her develop her skills. I tested her all the time. So she always did great. She was always perfect. She was always on the money. So love.
We got to meet her at last fall's HHL
Yeah,
in the bar.
Right.
at the bar. Imagine that. She was probably drinking one of those pineapple upside down drinks.
Oh, that sounds good right now, actually.
Oh my God, it's so. You get stupid on those drinks. I'm telling you.
No, but talking about the HHL, we were in was it the boutique building?
Yes.
Where you got.
Where I was at.
Yeah, where your team was. And we were getting a lot of great answers upstairs. And then coming downstairs, you pulled me aside and I'll let you. Yeah, I'll let you share this part because this is really cool.
Right. So I pulled you and
Kellen.
Kellen, yeah, that's right. Pulled you and Kellen because y'all were leaving. It's like, no, y'all ain't leaving yet. So I want to show you what me and my other investigator, Angela Turner, who's spot on. We've been dealing with all night long in this room, and we've only let a select few go in there, and that includes some other people that did a great job in there. But anyway, I knew that you guys, especially Kellen, would pick up on what was happening because it was happening, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I put you in there and I said, here's Angela. She's going to let you know what's happening. And I shut the door on y'all. Now you tell me what happened.
So I'm standing there. Kellen's kind of walking around a little bit to my left. And all of a sudden I go, something's pushing up, trying to push me. And she goes, really? I said, yeah, but it's having a really hard time. And I'm like, when I feel something try and push me, I get all tense and I'm like, I lock up. You're not budging me.
Exactly.
Next thing I know, I'm like, I feel myself a little bit forward and I'm like, who's trying to push me? And then all of a sudden I go a little bit forward, ended up at between 30, 45 degrees, leaning.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm like, I can move back. And I was like, and she goes, well, there was a spirit in here messing with people, but I think he's left now. I said, yeah, he's probably tired as hell from trying to move me.
No kidding, right? That's exactly right.
That was my first time ever experiencing that. So thank you for that experience.
Absolutely. And so Larry Flaxman and his longtime girlfriend Sherry Davenport came in after that, and they did a little documentary and stuff. So I don't think you saw it, but I'll send that to you, and it'll validate everything that you and Kellen went through.
Oh, that would be awesome because.
Oh yeah, I mean they were awesome. So you know who Larry Flaxman is?
I've heard the name, but I haven't talked with him.
He's at HHL every year. He does a speak and say, like scientist guys, ex-cop or maybe still cop. I'm not sure. But anyway, him and Sherry are awesome. I mean, they got it going on. And you two and them two, the only two that I let through that in that room that night. Because when we did a dry walkthrough earlier in that day, we got all of it. So, yes, it's crazy. So I posted Angela there, and so we just let a select few go in there and deal with what we dealt with earlier in the day. And so it was just you two and Sherry and Larry. So
and the interesting thing was I was the only one getting pushed. Helen was walking around. He's like, I can feel somebody's head. I'm like, why aren't you pushing him?
Right. I actually had to pull Angela out a couple of times to catch her breath and walk back in and walk back out and stuff like that. But she was a trooper. She was standing tall with it. So yeah. And
Right
and
on.
I don't know what Jody has in store for us in April, but hopefully we get it again because I'd love to go back in there. So
Oh yeah, so would I.
Me
right
too.
on. Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, see if I go back in there and if they're like, I remember you. Let's see if we can push you more. I'd be like, no, you wore us out. Let's go to the other person.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Actually, Karina, I think Karina and her team had it last year or the year before last, and I'm not really sure what they got out of it, but I know what we did. I know what we did. That's for sure. So
That's amazing.
yeah. Oh, Carla, that's an awesome shirt you got.
Isn't that a great shirt?
That is awesome.
I'm representing.
Yes, you are.
I would be too, but they didn't have my size at the time, folks.
I do now, so you'll get another one.
And
I got this shirt when you guys were doing the Second Chance Farms.
Oh, you were there?
I was.
Oh, that's badass. That's awesome. Thank you for being there.
Sure.
You know, I do a lot of those charity hunts, so
You have to talk to us more about that.
yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot of. I'm in the Army for 26 years, combat tours and everything else, and so the suicide deal with the military and stuff is very near and dear with me. I've had soldiers do that, and even after they know what I'm doing, and it sucks. And then plus our first responders and our law enforcement officers and everybody else, they go through trauma daily as well. So I use my platform a lot now to raise money for those charities that, 22 a day charities, this last time we did Reboot Recovery, which is a big church here in Granbury, Stonewater Church. And they have a veterans and law enforcement, this, that, and the other program to help veterans and law enforcement officers deal with their trauma and stuff that they had to deal with and stuff. Try to keep them here alive and, not take their life and stuff like that. So I've been doing that for the last 7-8 years. And so, I've raised thousands and thousands of dollars for those charities and stuff like that. So, and then the last 2 years, I did kind of veered off and did the Second Chance Farm for animals and stuff like that, because we all love our animals, right?
Sure.
So I did that. So, but most of my passion is with our military community and law enforcement and first responders. So
Yeah.
that's what I do. I love it. Great satisfaction with that.
We're very happy.
Guys have unique gear from how we were up in the boutique. Your son was shared with us some of it that was made from Jeremy, who does the Jefferson.
Oh yeah,
So
I got a lot of his stuff. Sure.
What other equipment do you guys use on a fairly regular basis?
I mean, we got the REM pods. We got the SLS. Just purchased the oh my gosh, what do you call it? The tripwire rope thing, EMF rope, and stuff like that. Yeah, but oh my gosh, that little $5 flashlight is just something else. All time, it's just crazy, and that's what Karina Hull's favorite. That's her favorite, so she does well with that. But yeah, I got pretty much all of it, thousands of stinking dollars.
Yeah, it's amazing that it's the little stuff.
Right, exactly. It's
like
crazy.
Balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, as long as everybody's still not tapping their foot, you never know what you get for that. So
yeah.
Yep, Karina's flashlight is the favorite. Exactly right, Karina. Absolutely right. So yeah, buddy. She's got that going on for sure. But I love it all. I mean, I try to use everything differently, this way, that way, and the other. Not trying to just do one only. You got to try. You got to
mix it up.
You got to experiment, right?
It's kind of like fishing. Got to use different stuff.
True story, Carl. True story. Just like fishing. I like it.
I like Karina. She calls them boo balls.
True that. That's my girl.
Yeah. Well, Adam says he's got to get going.
Hey,
y'all.
Adam.
Great show. Talk to y'all later.
Thanks, Adam.
And Tammy earlier said Grim wants a shout out. Lots of laughs.
That's my damn cat, Grim.
Ah, okay.
He likes to come in here and disrupt and then. Yeah, that's my daughter's cat that I was supposed to hold for 2 weeks. Now it's been 2 years.
Isn't it always the way with cats?
Exactly. He's something else.
So what's on your bucket list of if you could investigate anywhere, where would you want to investigate?
Oh my gosh. Ireland, Scotland. Yeah. I mean, I've been all over the world, but I didn't get to go there. Well,
Right.
I was in Ireland a couple of times, but only as a stopover over to the desert. Only inside the.
And that almost seems cruel.
Oh, that looks so cool out there. Get back on the plane. Okay.
I know that almost seems cruel to stop you off in
For real, right?
Ireland to drop you in a desert.
I haven't been to Massachusetts, to Boston, that area. That wicked area. I want to go there, and hopefully I can in the next year or so. So I have a really great friend, Janelle, and she supports us very, very well. It's like insane. She's pretty awesome, and she flies in from Boston for our big events all the time. She supports us big time. So I'm hoping we can hook up with her soon, and she can show us around all the witch stuff and all that good stuff.
Salem.
Oh,
Salem witch trials.
Absolutely. So I'm a big history buff, Civil War, military, all that kind of stuff. So I've been to a lot of the Civil War battlefields and everything, but I had my kids with me in tow when they were a little young and stuff like that. So I didn't get to have as much fun as I want to on the paranormal side.
Yeah.
So I want to go back and do a lot of that as well. That's my biggest bucket list right now. Ireland, Scotland, Boston, more of the battlefields.
Hey, Catherine.
Hey,
So
hey,
talking about Civil War battlefields, is there any that jump out that you really want to go to more than others?
Well, I've been to Andersonville,
the
prisoner of war camp in Georgia, because I was stationed in Fort Benning, Georgia for 7 years. Been to Andersonville a couple of times. That's insane.
Wow.
Oh, I bet.
Y'all know what that is, right? The prisoner of war camp for the
Confederates, where the
Confederates held the Union soldiers.
Right.
Right.
And the conditions there were worse, I believe, than any of the Holocaust camps were.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And when you walk that area, man, you can really feel it. I mean, if you're an empath and you have that stuff going on, it's going to drain you quick, fast, in a hurry. I promise you that. So I'd like to go back there and actually do something other than just walking through. And of course, Gettysburg. I've been to Vicksburg. I've been all those other stuff like that. And oh my gosh, I got a brain aneurysm going on. But Kennesaw Mountain above Atlanta, all that stuff. Went through all that and stuff. But the granddaddy of them all is Gettysburg.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, I know what you're saying, and to me, I feel like it should be Antietam.
Antietam, yes. I was thinking the same thing, but absolutely. Hell yeah. And I've been through there again, but I never got to do any kind of investigation and stuff. So
I tell you what, you book any of those, I will be right there with you. I'm a history buff, so I will go right there with you.
Right on.
There's a strong chance that in the October timeframe, Gettysburg might be coming up. I'll let you know for sure. But when you were talking about Boston and Massachusetts and the witch trials, so I'm very into ancestry, and it wasn't, but 2-3 weeks ago, I got back to the early 1600s, and one of my great grandmothers, 9 places removed, was a witch and was tried And I was like, okay, now it's all making sense. But that was, I've got all the documentation. She was never convicted, so she didn't get burned.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Otherwise, you might not be here.
But it was just one of those things where I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Exactly.
I don't know, Greg. Should we take her in Monty Python style and dunk her in water and see if she floats?
Hey. I like it. I'm all about it. Let's make it happen. That's way cool. What's y'all's bucket list? What's your bucket list?
Our bucket list, we had, let's see, the Winchester Mansion.
Yeah, that's what we both had, was Winchester.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
We picked in the U.S. and then I kind of branched out more global.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought we were just doing United States.
Yeah,
I stayed.
Right.
But one I had was the Yuma State Prison, the one that's out in the desert that has no fences.
Right.
And what were some of the other ones?
The Trans-Allegheny?
Yep.
Lunatic Asylum?
Which one?
The Trans-Allegheny?
Oh, Trans-Allegheny. Yeah. Right on.
There's a lot in Virginia. If you could camp out for like a month.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, man.
Absolutely. You spend a month there for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I've done go ahead.
Going global for me, I was like you, the tunnels under Edinburgh, Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
Hell's Caves, all that good stuff. Yeah, buddy.
The Paris catacombs.
Yes. Yeah, I just run and get lost.
Yeah.
I've been told it's not hard.
I bet.
I imagine not.
Yep.
But the funny thing, though, would be is to tell everyone, okay, we're all going to split up and we're going to meet back at the one that's got the skeleton, the skull that's facing outward 3 high. So when you find that tunnel, stay there.
Everybody was sitting there going, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like they're all have.
That's right. Bring your map, man. That's awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
So what investigations have you got coming up besides Oak Park?
So we're trying to get back to Myrtle's. We're going back to Olavaca County Jail in Hallettsville, Texas.
Oh yeah.
I've been there a bunch of times. I love Debbie and Lisa. They're the greatest people in the whole wide world. And
I've got that on my list for the team.
oh my God, I got so much crazy evidence out of that. It's insane.
Oh yeah.
When are you guys going? Do you know?
Before the summer.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know. Let me know when you go.
All right, we'll do that for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I have a beef with that place.
So our awesome investigator Angela is out of Texarkana, so she's lining up a bunch of stuff for us in the historic Texarkana area,
nice.
And some other places that's nobody else gets to go into. So we're looking at that here coming up. So, and
that'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of go on the fly for the most part. You know what I mean? We've been to Wichita, Kansas, the last couple of years to the old Cowtown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Had a blast and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not sure how much they're doing that anymore. Our contact left, so I'm not sure how we're going to get back in there. But oh my gosh, we were just back up there earlier last spring, and it was, oh my gosh, off the charts awesome. So we had the whole town. We had the whole town to ourselves. It was great. So I'm telling you, if you haven't been to the Lexington, the USS Lexington, Corpus Christi, that's awesome.
Isn't that where you're going?
Yeah, we'll be going back there too, hopefully. So I've been there three times. And last time I had the whole ship to myself.
Wow.
They said, you know how this works? Just lock up the gate when you leave. So
We might be going to the Lexington. Well, no, that's in Corpus. We're going to be in Galveston.
Oh, I thought you were okay.
What are you
Were you going on another ship?
Galveston is the first weekend of February. It'll be, I think the Kling brothers have an event going on down there.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what do you know about the Catfish Plantation in Waxahachie?
I heard that it's extremely haunted, that the spirits like to throw knives, and that it's no longer open for paranormal.
Right. Same. That's what I heard too. They shut it down for that.
Yeah, I've been there 3 times. I got banned the last time.
Ooh, how'd you manage that?
Banned?
Yeah, I got banned.
Wow.
Because I debunked after stuff. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, I'm expecting a story like I threw a bottle trying to instigate a spirit.
No. I mean, they got stuff going on. But most of it was hype. But that's my story. Anybody wants to dispute that, they can run with it, whatever.
Yeah.
And Kling Brothers used to have parties on the deck and stuff like that. And anytime you walk across that deck, you can feel it through the whole house.
Oh,
and stuff like that. Right. It's crazy. I mean, and I actually took a picture one time, and they used to have it on the website forever, through dining room A. So I kind of thought I saw something. So I took, I put the camera up against the glass, and I took the picture, and it flashed. And of course, it flashed back at me, and that was in my beginning days. So the people that I was with took that picture, gave it to them, and said, "This is a picture of an entity," right? And so I kept telling them, I was like, "No, that's me. I got the picture, and it's my profile." And they had it on the desk of when you walked in, where they had the book, sign your paranormal activity stuff. And I said, "Hey, that's me." And who are you again? Blah blah blah. Oh, you're the one that said such and such never happened like that. Yeah, I got the historical records. I went to the historical records, things like that. Yeah. You can leave and don't come back.
Yeah, that's not.
So, see, those are the moments when you drop somebody else's name that you're like, I don't like what you're doing. I'm gonna drop your name and get you banned.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's okay. I don't care. You have fun. I know the truth. So
yeah.
No, see, I think that's some of what some of the paranormal investigators have forgotten is we're not in it for evidence. We're in it for truth first, then the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You try to debunk everything you can.
Yep.
No, you can't. Right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there. Like I have a girlfriend that loves the paranormal, but she's just never experienced anything. And so she's not wanting to go because of that, because she just kind of gives up. And it's just like, you're not always going to have something happen. I mean, there's tons of places I've been to where there's just nothing for me.
Right.
You
we take people all the time on these investigations and stuff. Nothing's ever happened to me. Nothing's ever going on and stuff like that. And sometimes, a lot of times it don't. But then when it does.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself.
Then either they're all in or they're all out.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And so Penny just texted me, Catfish Plantation. We had the team I was originally with in the beginning had one of our investigators up in the rafters, where the fire started. You remember there was a fire there, right?
Right. There was a fire
a long time ago. And we're just getting started. And I didn't know he was up there, but our team lead sent him up there and stuff. And we're walking through the kitchen, walking out to the into the other dining room, and all of a sudden he comes flying through the ceiling.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, well, there goes the investigation.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. So if anybody was there during that time, they'll tell you, Yeah, paranormal investigator went through the ceiling. What is wrong with you, dude?
So I actually have an interesting question for you, that something that I've been starting to think about more.
Uh-huh.
Who determines what type of equipment and techniques you're going to use at what location?
Say it one more time.
Meaning, like, if you're going, say, the boutique in Jefferson and decides, yeah, we're going to use our spirit box and we're going to do an EVP circle here, who determines which techniques and equipment you use per location, or do you just use them all the time?
No, we'll talk about it, and we'll go through it and figure out what's the best approach to what we're about to do, based upon the information that we have. And we try not to do all the same old, same old. We try to break it up a little bit and try to, come at a different point of view and see if we get anything different than what other people's has gotten. That's how we do. That's how we usually do it. So it's not always the same old, same old. That gets boring and predictable, especially when you're trying to train new people and stuff like that. You want to keep their mind moving and doing
And open.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm telling you, and y'all know this, I'm sure, when you have people that are with you for a short period of time, but all of a sudden they think they know it all, it's like, no, you don't know it all yet.
No.
Stop what you're doing. Come back
Every
to
investigation.
Yeah.
Every investigation's is brand new.
That's it.
Yeah.
But
Even
I
if
would
you've
say
been
everybody.
there 4 times,
Right.
each time is different.
Exactly.
It is.
But I do
Truly
listen to everybody. I got an open mind for my people, and if I think it's valid and it's cool, yeah, I'll go with it. No big deal. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. But if I know they're far fetched and out there, I was like, nah, let's keep it right here. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't work out, then we'll go with yours.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to mix it up.
That's right.
So, what do you think is the secret to the success of your team being together so long?
So we have our own little group chat just between us. We just try to maintain that with each other. Try to keep it as a family. People got things they want to gripe about or whatever, or want to praise about and stuff. We just try to keep each other's back. You know what I mean? And then listen to what I have to say. Let me use my experience and show y'all some things and stuff like that, right? And then if they come up with something different, I'll take it and I'll absorb it. I don't blow anybody off. I don't. I really don't. And unless I go, no, because it depends on the situation. If it's a dark entity that we're dealing with, it's all on me. I'm not going to get anybody hurt. I'm not going to get anybody in that bad situation at all. And if I have an investigator that's susceptible to that, I won't let them go in. Sorry, stay at Command Central. This is where you're at today. But we take care of each other. We have each other's back. And then when we go on an out-of-town investigation, we always try to get there the day earlier so we can have a little camaraderie time, together time, and stuff like that, and then talk about and get everything ready for the next day. So I was in the Army for 26 years, and it's not just from the Army, but from my dad and everything else. Good order and discipline within a team keeps a team. You know what I mean? So when I have people come, it's like, oh, you're the most professional team I ever had come around like that. That means a lot to me. And that's what I try to instill to my team members. Good order and discipline. Keep it real, keep it professional. If you start being silly during an investigation, I will walk you to your vehicle and you'll be gone. And I've done that several times, and I have no problem doing that. Yeah. So professionalism is everything to me in this paranormal world. So
excellent.
Because you all seen it, people get so stupid and silly, and they're not taking it serious.
Mhm.
at
Right.
all. Especially when you have a family has an issue, you know what I mean? Has an issue, and they're looking for you for the answers. Because if you do this long enough, you're not just a paranormal investigator; you're a family counselor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you have to tell them. You have to be straight with them too. You know, if I got everything calmed down now, but if y'all start provoking, if y'all start asking, y'all start talking, you're going to bring what I just calmed down back
Right.
sevenfold stronger than what we deal with. And I get a lot of those calls 2 or 3 weeks later. Oh, everything's fine. And all of a sudden, oh my gosh, you had to pull me out of bed. What did you do? You know,
Yeah.
but you know, so
Yeah.
that's how I do it.
So talking back to your team, do you have like a core team that's just the same members that do the same thing?
I
And
do.
then there's just others that join on certain investigations?
Yeah, I actually thought about it. I do have a core team, and then I have people in the reserve. Ones that just can't make all the stuff
Sure,
and everything else,
sure.
right? But I have the core team. It's like me, Brandon, Penny, Angela, Tammy, you know, stuff like that. Brandon's been with me from the get go.
Right.
Penny's been with me from the get go, but she's had to pop in and out with life and stuff like that.
Sure.
I've had team members coming and going constantly. A lot of them is like they don't like my style, or they think they already got it, and they're going to run with it and go make their own little team and stuff like that. All right, you go have fun, knock it out.
Sure.
So, but it's like Karina. Karina's different. Karina was awesome. She was with me for 7 years. We've been through it all together, 100%. So when she decided she wanted to go, oh, my blessing. I've been wondering when you're ready. You know what I mean? Let them go. And she's doing a great job. There's others that went, but they're just following everything we just did. And being with a group or team or several members that will go along with them and stuff like that. Well,
Yeah.
you know, you're not going to expand yourself if you just keep doing what we just did. But,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
I hear that.
exactly. But I try to train. It's like in the Army. I try to train, coach, and mentor everybody.
Right.
With my experience, right? But you got to have your own at the same time. So run, get it.
So I'm kind of curious, with you and Brandon both having military background, how much of that do you bring into the investigations? Like different ways of looking at things or approaching things?
Yeah, that's part of the good order and discipline. But
I was
it's
just
also
gonna say.
getting the research, getting all the information that we have. Because you can't go on a mission without all the information. You
Mhm.
can't go on a mission and be successful without a mission with having service and support. So you'd have that with your team members and everything else. That's how we look at it, and that's how we go forward with it. So information, service, and support, and doing the best we can with each other, having each other's back,
Yep.
and moving forward with that. That's how we do it. So
Excellent.
that's how that's me. That's the way we do it. So
I just have like 4 pages worth of notes here that I've already taken.
but we love it. We have a great time though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Karina says, still my brother.
She's still my sister.
Oh,
Absolutely.
that's
She's
really
the
cool.
best.
So we have a couple minutes left. How do people find you?
They can go to our research investigation, the paranormal Facebook site. And that's how they can find me or find us on the. We also have Instagram and all that kind of stuff, but Facebook is best right now.
Yeah.
So, or you can email me at greg@texasrip.com. greg@texasrip.com.
Yeah, and going back to how she said "rip," that was my first thought too when I saw your shirt say "R.I.P." Going, rest in peace. That is so cool.
Right. Oh, also we're a faith-based group, so we do all the protection stuff. We do prayers before, we do prayers after, and stuff like that. I try to get everybody if we have visitors and this, that, and the other, I try to make sure, hey, don't leave without me praying you out, because I've had people pop smoke on me and not pray out and stuff, and then get a call a few weeks later. I got something in my house. No kidding. Not to leave without me praying you out. So
we've been pretty good about the cleansing when we start to leave a place along with our vehicles and our equipment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. You definitely got to clean your equipment. You do.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. That's vehicle too. If it's at the location.
Tires, the whole 9 yards.
Right on.
So Karina says, gonna have to get you both the Saints and Sinners shirts.
Yes.
Hey, you guys send us the shirts. We'll wear them.
Yep.
Right. There you go.
We love sharing other people's stuff. We're about the
promotion.
Some people don't like the word, but I call it para-unity. We love
That's right. It's a paranormal community that we all need to back each other up.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
For sure. So, well, with her, she's one of the best.
Yay.
I trained her. No, I'm just
kidding. I gotta say, you're one of the best too. So.
Yep.
Do what?
I said you're one of the best too.
Yep.
We try. So.
I do have to say I was really impressed working with your guys' team during the HHL, because there's a lot of people, you can't control everything, but the way you were approaching the evidence and going and stopping and going, wait, who was talking? And it's like, everybody, of course, wants to say, not me, because you don't want to be the one to bust the experience. But it's like, inevitably, it's like somebody in the back.
That's it. Yeah. Now, somebody's always whispering or something somewhere, So even though you tell them, it's like, don't whisper.
And it's funny because I picked that up from you guys, and I was on Ballinger, and I was like, yeah, and somebody whispered, and I go, don't whisper. And I'm like, and I just whispered to tell you not to whisper.
I'll say that
it's
loud.
Just like, cut.
Yeah, I'll say that loud to him. Who whispered? Don't do it. Chill, relax.
Or even if it's just changing weight on your foot. You'll get tired of standing in one position, and then you'll switch, and then there's just creak, and then it's like,
you just gotta go, hey, that was me. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And inevitably,
hours and hours of listening to everything, going, what the? And got to hold notes and stuff, and then you got to go back and debunk it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, and the stomach growls that,
And that happens a lot. That happens a lot of times. That's for sure. Or even in the throat, you'll get a little. Yep. I'm telling you, man. Been doing it a long time. You get all these body noises.
And inevitably, it's always the time when someone says, okay, we need absolute quiet, that the body goes, now's our time to quiet.
100%. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't get mad at it. I just, I laugh at it. There's nothing you can do about that, man. Let's let something rip, and that's the difference. Like, really?
So, funny story about that was Connie LaFave was showing us a YouTube that Saturday Night Live did about ghost hunting. And Hugh Laurie was supposed to be the psychic. And he goes into this room and he goes, so I'm feeling like there's some energy here. Let's all be quiet and see what's going on. And all of a sudden he sits there and he lets one loose. And he sits there with a bold face and goes, maybe we should move on. I don't think there's anything here. And they're like, wait, we all heard a sound. Let's replay it. So they replay it and they hear it and they're like, there's definitely a voice coming through. Someone's trying to tell us something.
Oh my God.
And long story short about it is after they did listen to it in slow motion, super slow motion, they all crowd around him and go, there's the smell of sulfur over here. there's definitely a spirit over here. And finally, Hugh Laurie goes, I farted, okay? I farted. Can we just let it go?
That's funny. But that's not far-fetched.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
funny.
gosh.
That is funny. That's insane. But yeah,
Oh,
it's all happened.
Yeah.
You do this long enough, you get it all. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But and you know, you gotta, as much as you're saying professional, you gotta have an air of fun with it, but
Yeah.
not to the point of
we
going
do.
silly.
We do.
Yeah.
You know, especially when we do these like HHLs and all this stuff like that, or little charity ghost hunts and stuff, and you got people like wide-eyed for the most part and stuff. I'll cut up a little bit, just kind of make things a little funny. It's like, yeah, everybody listen up, have a good time. It's all good. Nobody's going to hurt you. I will never bring a group of people into a bad situation, ever.
Right.
Never, never. It's like when we have these ghost hunts, we're going to get activity, but it's not activity that's going to grab a hold of you and go home with you. I will never do that. Never do that to anybody like that. So, yeah, we do have a good time, though, promise.
Yeah, one of the things we did in Ballinger was when the energy was starting to get a little heavy, or we were like, okay, we need to break up the hotel because we were there for 2 nights, and we're like, all right, we gotta loosen up a little bit. So 3 teenagers were in the Ouija board table room.
Oh boy!
And we were talking about the movie Encanto earlier. So we walked in there. I walked in there with one of the other team members from Ghost Geeks, Kiki, and we sit down, 2 cat balls on the table, and straight faced as can be, we go, we'd like to know if we could communicate with the spirit. Is the spirit of Bruno here? And then we all go, because we don't talk about Bruno.
That's awesome.
Everybody started laughing.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
awesome. That is awesome. That's the kind of crap I do. Everybody can laugh and they have a good time.
Yeah. All right.
This
Well,
was
we're
a
actually
good
about an
show.
hour and 10 minutes in. So we appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. For real.
It was a lot of fun.
It's been a blast.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll be able to investigate soon again.
We will.
Yeah.
We will. Count on it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's see. How should we? Well, let's see. Before I say that, next episode we have Kellen. Actually, is going to be on our show from Lone Star Paranormal Research.
That's a good dude.
That's going to be excellent too.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And thank you to everybody in the chat group, in the chat room. We appreciate everything. And yes, Karina, we will see you at the HHL.
Yay!
And if anyone watching this wants to come, it's in Jefferson, Texas. It's
April 1st.
April 1st.
We'll be there the 31st if you want to party.
Sounds good.
I'll be there. There's no just one night.
No,
right. March 31st, April 1st.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right on. Thank you again, Greg, very much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. It's my honor.
All
So,
right.
everyone, have a great night.
Yep.
Safe travels. Happy hunting.
Yep. See you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.